Right, everyone, my collector here. Right, I'm not going to do my normal intro today. I'm going to ask you a question, but not the people watching live. So, if you're re-watching this, can you put a comment saying, "Yeah, I re-watch"? I'm just curious if anybody re-watches these. I suspect people don't. So, if you do re-watch this, even if it's just 5 minutes of it, can you put a comment in the new video, when it becomes a video, not a live video, saying, "Yeah, I watch." All right. Yeah, I'm just curious, so I'm going to go to the comments now. I can't be able to do the usual bollocks today. So Connor's on, Z Not Z, Peach, Firewolf, CJ Rat Trapping, Simon, Cheeky Soviet, and Nick. All right, and now Richard's on. Yeah, and don't forget to like. Tumbo's on. All right, Tumbo and Ian. Yeah, a bit late today. I don't know. I wasn't in the mood for doing a 3-hour one, so thought I'd do a 2-hour one. I thought you lot would prefer if I. What would you lot prefer actually? I assume most people would rather I just start late and do it to the normal end rather than start at 8:30 and finish at 10:30. There's a lot on already, isn't there? It's a good thing, really. Sam, you right, mate? Jeez, Merc in the there's Merc in the bio. Yeah. Connor said, got any tattoos? One tattoo. That. Women's said, length doesn't bother me really as long as we stick to good, interesting topics. Yeah. Yeah, I've been I've been on GTA. That's what I haven't been on. I've been trying to do some missions on there. Then he said it fine. Either way, it's fine to me. Yeah, just curious. Yeah, I assumed most people would probably prefer, if it was going to be one or the other, do it late and finish normal time. Otherwise, because if this is what you do in the evening, it then makes you have an hour of something you've got nothing to do, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Weapons, I said, I've been playing a bit of Devil May Cry HD trilogy of the originals on sale. So I got that a couple of hours into the first one at the moment. You know what? I've only ever played the first one. I didn't mind it. It's just they're not really my kind of game, so I couldn't really get massively into it. Can said GTA Online or story. The story. I stream it as well if you ever want to watch it on Twitch at night. I ain't got PlayStation Plus, but I've got a feeling I'm probably gonna, when I finish the story. I've played the story before on PlayStation 3. I'll probably get the PlayStation Plus. And Zed Not Z, I did watch the Ash Tree. Yeah, it was quite good. Good weird ending, isn't it? Good creepy sort of weird things. Yeah. The 1975 one I watched, because I noticed there was another one. XA Zulu, you right, mate? Tumbo said I've been playing in the shed. Well, I'll tell you what, Tumbo, I've been wanting to shoot all day, but the rain stopped me because yeah, well, I don't need to explain, do I? But yeah, fucking rain. It's weird. I've actually been wanting to shoot all day long and I couldn't. So yeah, I'll have to wait till tomorrow now. T-Stab said I got Warfare on my PlayStation 4 or Warface, I don't know. Ian said as long as it's entertaining and doesn't get political. Yeah, exactly. I haven't missed any other. Richard said need to redo the welding video. Wasn't happy with the welds I found. Oh, I saw you put that on. What if you took it back off, Rich, or what was still on there? Bristol said hello. What are you up to? Just a live stream. Right, fucking hell, it's getting a bit quick today. Might have to extend that slow mode in a minute. Thomas said, did you wear the helmet while playing GTA? No, I did not. Connor said, what's your opinion on Glocks? I'll be honest with you, I don't really have much of an opinion on them. I think they're all right. I used to have a blank firing Glock, but I don't really know a lot about them. Rimsoft said, still think Tales from the Curious is my favourite one of those. Still from the same series as the Ash Tree. Oh, I'll watch that then. Simon said, Devil May Cry was going to be Resident Evil or something. That's why Dante looks like Leon. Yeah, I've heard something like that. Yeah. As I said, a warning to the curious. Nick said, just got a Wolfer 357 machine to fit a Evernick Rex. I don't know what that means, mate. If I'm honest with you. As I said, mixed it up with Tales from the Crypt in my head. What did you write then originally? Oh, Tales from the Curious. Oh, I didn't even register. Amber said, Rain has fucked with my plans this week. Yeah, many plans this week. It was who I ordered one of those UK legal knives. I was supposed to order two. Oh, I did see your comment, X-Ray, while I was playing GTA. I didn't get a chance to reply to you. But I would highly recommend all of those knives. All of these knives for the price, they're brilliant for the money you spend on them. I've had no faults of any of these, and I think they're great. For what are they, tenner? Less than a tenner. They're fucking brilliant for that, and they're good knives anyway. Kern said, which GTA character do you play the most? Trevor, probably, then Michael, then Franklin. Even in my first playthrough, I didn't play Franklin a lot, only because I always found Michael and Trevor funnier. Especially Trevor. I fucking love playing as Trevor because he is literally hilarious. D said to Weapons Stuff, I love the Lost Hearts. I'll have to check some more of them out because I did like it. Cheeky's have said I got Severium on my laptop and low graphics. It still looks good, but the computer sounds like it's blowing up. So, Connor said, what about hatchets? You know what? I ain't got any hatchets. Proper. I've got like a proper cutting up wood hatchet, if you know what I mean. But no, not much more than that. But I want to get some throwing axes eventually. Roman said I have a Glock 26 I carry. Small to keep concealed. Nice. Rita said, welding video still on, but struggled to weld as the metal was completely rusted. It was hard to maintain an arc. I did see it. I don't think I had the volume on though. I must have been maybe when I was doing GTA again. I've been playing it since about fucking 4 o'clock, I think. I watched the film earlier as well, which I'll mention later. Nick said, sorry, bad explanation. 357 barrel machined to a 380 foot-pound air rifle. All right. God, my old nose is itching already. Atomic Commando said it was my 13th on the 21st. Ah, happy birthday, mate. You can have, are you a Russian spy? No, that's Liam. Liam's a Russian spy. He fully admits that. Weapons and stuff. Actually, I'm thinking about using it as my rope knife, although my days are hanging off a rope longer on, as it's obviously, yeah, it does easily open. Yeah, say that and I can't do it. But, yeah. This one is probably the easiest one out of the lot, I think. But if you don't flick it right out, you can just use the thumb stud afterwards anyway. Connor said I used to carry a hatchet in my bag when I was 11. Liam said, here's a link to Warning to the Curious. I wish I knew at the time it was on YouTube. Took me ages to find it online. Ah, right. Yeah, I'll check that out, definitely. You said, Liam, you dirty Russian spy. He's always saying he's a Russian shill, isn't he? He don't hide the fact that he's that. Or that he's accused of it, anyway. Tom said, yeah, Trevor was my favourite main character of GTA, and I played the shit out of GTA when it first came out. Yeah, I did. I probably played it for, well, months and months and months originally when I got it on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, and then I've just got it recently on the PlayStation 4, but you can't play online on that unless you buy the fucking PlayStation Plus, which I'll probably buy soon. But I think when I finish this, I'll probably want to play online. You can get a 2 weeks free anyway, and then I'll probably, while that 2 weeks going on, get the money for a year's worth or something. Liam's not really got nothing to do with the Russians, if anyone wondered. It's just a little in joke he has with GCHQ. Jesus, anyone still play Stalker? I've never played it, mate. He said, "What to Liam? I have most of them on a playlist. I'm only missing a couple, I think." Sam said, "Last couple of days, there's been a few stabbings over here. Everyone commenting to ban knives like the Brits." Fuck's sake. Yeah, it ain't gone that far yet. But then not he said to Liam, one of them is banned in the UK for some reason. Oh, what them videos he's on? But that's strange, isn't it? Jan said, "I'd get PS Plus if my internet wasn't so shit." Because said, "I know I saw the parody and I was crying." No, I just thought I'd say for anyone else who didn't know, might have thought we'd be serious. As I said to Zed not to, sadly, the BBC probably wants to stop people watching them, despite the fact that they never did a proper DVD release of them. Ian said, "I only play Sniper Assassin on my phone." Tom said, "I was replaying the whole game in first person on my Xbox One, like a different game, a lot harder, but you see a lot more detail." No, I'll have to try that. I sometimes put it on the first person view, but I don't a lot of the time. I think I forget you can do it on there. But it's quite different, isn't it? It does, and I know what you mean. It makes it a completely different game. Tom said, "I got Fred's remastered for my birthday." Oh, good, that's good. He said, "Weapons stuff, they did the same with the goodies as well." Cold water in my coffee. No, you don't want to see me doing it anyway. I'm just said I hate that when there's not even a legal way to buy old TV episodes or films, but the copyright holder still tries to get any uploads of them taken down. What's the point if they can't make profit? No, I totally agree with you there. It's really annoying and pointless on their point, isn't it? It's almost just like a fuck you to us sort of thing, isn't it? Kangan said, "I replayed the GTA story after the game for some reason deleted all my money." Oh, that's strange. Tumber said, "I like Fred's. I ain't on here in full now." Yeah, funny thing is, we've been talking about Fred's a lot, and there's even a bloke. Do you remember that? He used to be on the telly. Ian Lee used to be on the 11 o'clock show. He's on the radio now. Well, Ian Lee tonight is doing a live show where he's showing Fred's, and they got Reece Dinsdale there as well. Yeah, he might be streaming it right now as I'm streaming this, but I'm not sure. Then what he said, "Stupid, isn't it?" Sam said, "I put a couple of videos from out today. You might like them. My redneck doorbell, Mike. I left them open for anyone of you. I'll check that out later then, Sam. That does sound good. I think I can already imagine what it might be." Actually, you said, "Might be off subject. Do you carry a backup phone? I've often thought about it. Would I register it or leave it till needed?" Well, I don't carry a backup phone. I'm a bit weird with phones because I've only just got a modern phone, really. But I do have those SIM cards. I've got a SIM card that's not been registered. But I'd heard that if they hadn't been registered and it was like, no, they're fine. But then other people said they only last a year or something. But it's literally never been done. Because I had the idea maybe you could go and buy a really cheap phone and put that in it. Or if you needed to call someone, it's all different situations anyway. Call someone, but you didn't want anyone to know, you could use that SIM card. But yeah, I can't see why not. I think a backup phone would be a good idea, a really cheap one. Yeah, I think so. I don't know about when to register it. All depends how difficult it is nowadays and whether they do run out. But I heard these things didn't run out if they've never been registered. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting thing to think about, though. But I tell you what, I do like to carry. I do like to carry a power bank or anything that can charge up a phone. That's a handy thing to have, isn't it? Does anyone follow all things Russia? No, I don't. I'm not even on Instagram, to be honest. As I've said at Tumbo, the remaster is worth watching. Bought the DVD of that last week. Much clearer what's happening on that version. All the special features are interesting. Tommy said, what is NVGS? Night vision goggles. Liam might be able to answer you there. I ain't got nothing like that at all. They probably are worth it though. Tommy said, yeah, Liam, the remaster is much clearer. Because my phone, 100 quid is really good. Yeah, that was 90 quid. I love it. Sam said, when I was in Iraq, ragheads would be multiple burner SIM cards in their phone. Would put multiple burner SIM cards in their phones. G-Slab said, anyone watching Joshua versus Povetkin, whatever it is? We're not. When's that on then? Sometimes I don't even like having my phone on. It invades my privacy a bit. Well, I'll tell you what, when some places I wouldn't even take this now, just because I lost it, damaged it or something. Somebody said, we'll look for that on eBay later, Liam. Got a few of the reprint booklets they never issued and the DVD of the emergency broadcast. Next Zulu said, I've seen emergency phones, but I just thought a cheap pay-as-you-go, possibly internet capable for a long-term kit. I think so. That's a good idea. This is a pay-as-you-go internet one, and that was about 90 quid. And it's a fucking good phone, really, for that money. But you can probably get cheap ones than that, can't you? Tommy said night vision goggles. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Sometimes people put these things in. I'm not sure sometimes if they're getting at what I think it is. In terms of night vision goggles, he means depends on what you want them for and what your budget is. I'd say Night Fox or similar for 100 quid is pretty good. Nico said my phone has 2 SIMs. Ian said a mate who lives in Spain now came back for a visit. He bought a pay-as-you-go phone to use. A call he got was, did he have PPI? Oh, fuck's sake, yeah. Oh, what? And he'd only just been over here. As I said, but get military-style light amplification goggles would probably cost you a bit. It was charging the phone. I've got things for that. You showed a radio from GearBest years back, next on the list. That's a good little radio, that is, I tell you. That still works good as well. And I use it nearly every day. That's a good sign, isn't it? I'm a Spartan, you right, mate? Cheeky Slav said it's all pre-match fights, and I have it on in the background. I must want to. Do you like the movie If with Malcolm McDowell? I've seen 3/4 of that, and yeah, I did. I think I missed the beginning or some part of it. Yeah, I do like that. It's good, isn't it? Might have to watch that properly one day. They keep showing it on either Film 4 or something like that. Tumbo said night vision goggles are okay if you have a ready supply of batteries for them. Duracell won't cut it. Tumbo said I've got 2 disc versions. I said to Tumbo, I've got 2 disc versions with the traffic warden on the cover. With the SLR, special features include 2 commentary tracks, several interviews with people involved in making it. Number Sabu, right, mate? If I'm liking the stream, I hope you are, because there's enough of you on here. Fuck's sake, I should have trimmed my fucking nose hairs. Leonard Z said, I haven't seen that for years. It's quite a strange film, really. Oh, what if? Yeah. Yeah, the end's strange, isn't it? Sam said, military night vision goggles used to be a controlled item, but lately I've seen them selling in thrift stores here for $800 up. Strange, isn't it? Next is a Lord Nexcom's question. Anyone got a ham radio? I've considered buying one. I've not. We have got some scanners here, though. If that's not the same thing, is it? But because you can't talk to anyone. But yeah, we've got some scanners still. I don't know what they'd pick up walkie-talkies and that, wouldn't they? I might have to get that out one day and have a listen. I would put it on a video, but I'd have to look up. I don't know if you'd be able to, because of, it's going to be picking up people in it. Probably wouldn't be allowed. Privacy thing, Richard said if the weather's nice tomorrow, I might start work on the pole arm. I'll try and make a head full 39 inches long. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's going to be fucking massive then, isn't it? Karen said, no need for night vision carrots, just night vision carrots, night vision goggles, just eat carrots. Tom said, favourite military camo? Oh, I don't know. I can't think of any now. Oh, I can't even think what the old English one was. British one. That. I can't think what it's called. Exodus said, that little radio card player books could be true lifesaver. Especially for vision impaired. As a talking survival guide. Yeah, that is a good idea, actually. Yeah, put something on the card. Yeah. Cantor, don't know what's up with the computer. Woodland DPM, that's it. Yeah. As soon as someone asks me a question about something, I can't fucking. It goes out my head for some reason. Every time it can be something really obvious, and I won't be able to bloody remember it. Pete said with the computer, but when I watch your stream on it, it stops and starts every 5 seconds. Is that happening to anyone else? I know I said nose hairs are the most annoying thing ever. I have to keep them. I think because you can see my beard's getting a bit long, I think that's doing it as well today. I normally have a quick trim before I come on. Bristol said, caution, smartphones can be monitored. Someone I've removed a graphic video of my phone. Oh, I didn't know they could. I knew they could monitor you from your phone. I know that because of the GPS, they can pretty much track you to the exact fucking spot where you are. I have it turned off on mine anyway. But yeah, you do have to be very, very careful with these. These pretty much give away every little bit of your fucking life and where you are, right down to fucking where you are in your house. If you have certain things on. Randa said, are you pro or anti-Brexit? Well, I don't vote, but I would have voted for Brexit if I did. I don't want to talk about that anymore, though, because it says no politics in the thing. Remsov said, I used to use a simple shortwave infrared one with a throw lamp and the IR sensor. And see several hundred meters if you use a good IR light. I was about to say, we should try all by CB radios. Yeah, that'd be interesting. It'd be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Yeah. Actually, I've no license, but as far as I can tell, around 10 clicks range, two-way plus wireless. I remember when CB radios became a thing here. Met a fella in a pub who just we just had 10-minute conversation with his windscreen wipers. Dumbo said Woodland DPM. Pulled out a tooth today. Got blood on my laptop. Looks really bad. I'm nearly 14. I've said stream is running fine for me. Pete, have you ever? Oh no, I've already got it on there. I was going to say, have you ever tried putting it on like a really low quality, if you know what I mean? You know, like 240 or whatever. Can Gang said just could be bad internet. Callum. We just had fine. Stream fine on my end. Ian said okay, yeah, Mike. Yeah, sounds good then. Tony mentioned 177 or 22. Me personally, 22. Yeah, most of my stuff's 22. If I was going to buy a pistol, it'd probably be 22. But I will have both. I'll tell you that. There's no reason not to have both. They both have their advantages over each other, and they're both sort of as good as each other. You know, where one lacks one thing, the other gains it, and it's both the same with both. But I want to buy a new pistol soon. I'm going to get a break barrel 22, hopefully. Big Sam said my thing's always on 240. To be honest, you don't need not more than that unless you're watching a review of something. A stream, 240 is fine, isn't it? Something I've been looking at cheap CB. I've only seen them in parts or missing bits, and I don't have a clue how to fix it or what I'd need. Now, I wouldn't have a clue either, to be honest. If you lot do get CBs, though, let me know. I'll listen to you on my scanner, but I won't be able to talk to you. Well, no, unless I listen to you on the scanner, I could listen to you lot on the scanner while doing a fucking stream. So I could talk to you through the stream, and you lot could talk to me back on the scanner. Yeah, there's an idea. Tumber said 2-2. Samuel said, I took mine off 720. Too easy to see Mike's nose hairs. Yeah, you can probably see him better than I can. Especially mate who said he watches it on a 60-inch TV. Can't remember who that was. X-Ray Zulu, 2-2 for hunting, 177 for targets. Tumbo said 2-2. Tumbo said, I used to have a Moonraker Major CB in my car when I was 17. My neighbour had a CB in his house, and every time he keys it, it interferes with the CCTV camera. Ah, the annoying ginger. And then he said, I don't know, but I swear I would. When I said 2-2 for me, simply for the reason it's slightly easier to load on a cold day when your fingers are a bit numb. That is a good point, actually. Yeah, my laptop's not so great since I spit hot chocolate over it after I laughed at Weapons and Stuff's video, parody video. Nice. Not nice that you covered it in hot chocolate, but only said McGregor or Khabib. McGregor probably because he's what's he, Irish originally, any? So he's a bit closer to us, isn't he? Simon said, you could really hear us. What's the range of? Yeah, I don't know. That would depend, wouldn't it? I suppose it depends on the range of the CB and the range of what my scanner could pick up, doesn't it? But yeah, I don't know. It was a sort of thought though. We'll have to see. We'll have to. If anyone knows, we'll see. Actually, said CB fisherman on my handle was Union Jack. Nice. Ham radio, you could hear some of us, but CB would only work if people are local to you. Right. Well, ham radio is the way to go then. Is that the one? Do you need a license for that? I don't know if that's just in different countries or not. Let me know if anyone does it though, because I would actually genuinely get that scanner out and I would try and hear you. And yeah, because you could talk to me and then your voice would come over on the stream. And then I could talk to you back because you could have the stream on, couldn't you? Be an interesting thing to do. We could write, put it in the thing and we'd get some of the CB viewers watching probably. I said, but if you're on a budget, you can get 1710 pellets of the same type cheaper normally. Yeah, that's another good point. I'm a Spartan said, Mike, world is ending, nukes are flying, Guinness or whiskey? Oh, Guinness, definitely. Not Guinness, sorry. Whiskey, definitely. Oh, I'd want to pound some whiskey down, mate. Nearly said Guinness then. No, stronger the better. Stronger the better. Yeah, whiskey, mate, definitely. Cheeky said McGregor. They're not saying, said I believe you can get 0.25 there off. Yeah, you can. Yeah, don't suppose they'd be very good for a 12-foot pound one though. Yeah, I don't know. I know you can definitely get them. Yeah, because some bloke where Mount used to go down to his yard used to have one. He used to shoot rabbits with it. I don't know if that was overpower or that was 12-foot pounds. I'll have to ask him. Kern Gang said, I have to support my fellow Irishman. Yeah, I can agree with you there, mate. Exu said, 1-4 rig check. I'm back. Dumpside Boost had gone on the days when you could hear the police on the FM radio. It's all Tetra now. Yeah, quite often we used to get, I don't know if I've ever said it on here, but when I used to get in trouble a lot, my mum used to have a scanner on all night on a weekend, and then if she had the police coming up where we were, she'd ring me up on my mobile and tell me to go. Yeah. Someone said, I think you will hear my revolutionary on YouTube. Always making cool videos and streaming together. Oh, cheers, mate. Well, it's nice that we can get on together because I go on here, he comes on here, and I like all of you lot on here. It's a nice community. I do like it. Good to have a community like ours because we don't get a lot of knobs either. You get the odd troll every now and then, but I'm getting so used to them I can spot them as soon as they come on now most of the time. Yeah, good community. I enjoy it. Richard said, gonna attach the pole arm when it's done using Langley's instead of a socket. That'll be my first attempt at building and attaching Langley's. I don't know what that is, Langley's. What is that? Somebody said, cup of tea. Oh, I got black coffee, mate. Black coffee. I don't really like milk, so I'd have to drink black tea. So I went to black coffee, really. It's more suitable drink, in it. Black tea's a bit bitter, isn't it? But then I suppose if you've drunk enough black tea, because black coffee's bitter as well, isn't it? Once I've said, well, if the bomb drops, I want to be pissed out of my head and stood right underneath it. Yeah, that's a good one. Ian said, you need a license for ham radio. You need to take a test for basic foundation license. All right. Well, probably won't bother with that one then. Sam said, not sure if you have it in the UK, but CB's ham users have to have a rule of 3. Every 3 hours, they have to have radio checks. For emergency preparedness. That's strange, isn't it? Tom said, I want to know how to set up a radio and a CB. Shit hit the fan. How else can we communicate? I'd build a hijack antenna standing on what was once Big Ben, so you can hear static or weapon static. Yeah. Counted going to draw Kydet's creations while watching. You have to send me some pictures of that, mate. Kern Gang said all the transmissions would be encrypted. Yeah. Yeah, oh, they are now. They weren't in the 90s, though. And I'll tell you, even in the 2000s, you could still hear a bit of... after they changed it, I could still get one lot of police from... there was a London police radio. You could still hear. It was like the last one. That must have been like the last one they changed or something. We still need to try a joint stream at some point. What we'll do, Liam, we'll have to test that in the day one day. Just as a little tester. But I'm up for that. It's just got to be I'm still up for it. I'll definitely do it. It's just got to be a day when we're sort of both in the mood for it, isn't it? I reckon a daytime, if it goes a bit sort of awry, we could just abandon it then. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll have to try it one day in the day. And then if that works, we can do them other, we can do them anytime then. It's just I think it's worth having a tester first. Actually, said radios for long-term prepping, avoid DAB, self-tuning type. It'll all go back to analog. Yeah, DAB won't be no good, would it? Yeah, DAB. My man Spartan said, just don't go to Blackpool. Cam said, Langlets. Oh, Langlets. Yeah. Oh, metal strip that go. Yeah. Richard had accidentally written Langley's, didn't he? Tumbo said, fuck sitting under it, Liam. Might land on your toe, lad. Dinky Sam said, Joshua was on, he's fighting a Russian. Simon said, just do a joint stream. I bet Liam is funny. Hi. Oh, joint stream, yeah. 420 blaze it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it before a work day either. So in the week is better for me. Yeah, we'll sort it out one day, Liam. It's there's nothing stopping us. Just when we're both in the mood for it. Do you know what I mean? Simon said, Liam with a gas mask bong. I've said to weapon and stuff, it is a common problem that a drink connector on... Oh, is it a common problem that the drink connector on a GP7 doesn't fit? And then he said, how are you going to secure the langlets, Richard? Ideally, you'd want some sort of rivets, I guess. Almost back said, footwear will be very important in shit in the fan. High quality boots now if you can. Yeah, that's very true. As I've said to Cheeky Slab, yeah, because the PMK and the GP7 are had shit build quality due to them being made in the late 80s Soviet Union. Ian said you can legally own a ham radio as long as you don't transmit. So you can still pick up on it. Big trouble if you do. In a shit hit fan situation, who's going to worry about a license? That's a good point, actually. Yeah. That's a bit like with everything. When shit hits the fan, really don't matter what you're fucking doing in a true shit hit the fan situation. And Ian, yeah, true hit shit. If it was a proper true hit shit hit the fan situation, yeah, it don't fucking matter what you got and what you're doing, does it? If it's that bad, it'd be every man for himself anyway, wouldn't it? I'm smart said, can you run a CB radio off a car battery? Oh yeah, I'd say so. I'm pretty sure you could, couldn't you? That's what they'd be running off if they was in your car anyway, wouldn't they? Peaky Sam said you can you put on Sweet Home Alabama in the background? It makes me high. No, I don't want to do any copyright stuff. Tell you what I have got on here though, for when stuff gets a bit too much. Got a little sample of music here.
For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to please stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes, I did, Liam. That sound all right? I was holding it a bit close to the microphone, but yeah, I think I did that today. I edited it slightly, but yeah. Taylor, sure you're right, mate. He said, have a Derringer legal percussion pistol in order. They have no sights. May have to email you for ideas. Yeah, go on. I'd like to. It'd be interesting to see that as well. Tom said 308 or 338. 308, I reckon. What did the Bren gun used to shoot? That was 303, wasn't it? Cam said, did you ever have the shit hit fan money or trading stream? No, we never got around to doing that. But we'll have to do that soon, though. Liam said, did you get Stop It downloaded? Yeah, that's what I just played in case some people don't know what it was on about. That's for when the bad jokes come out and stuff like that, or the wanking jokes. And Tom said, yeah, I was looking forward. We'll still do it. I'm fine with us sorting it out one day. I ain't done a weekday stream. We'll do that in a weekday one day. Liam said, sounds good. Cheeky said, oh, I love that scene, especially the weapons and stuff one. Yeah, this is a good one. And I wonder how many people don't realise that's what I base my own video on. I bet there's loads who don't know. But, yeah. I must back into Leonard Skinner is a great band. Might check them out. I know a little bit about them. I'm sure I must have heard their songs and I like them. Do you know what I mean? Because I said, bye, I'm watching the boxing. See you later, mate. Simon said, I must be travelling on now. And you, Simon. See you later, mate. Richard Smith said, I just forged rivets and put them in sand so they cool slowly. They're easy to mushroom the rivets and hot punch the holes in the langlets in the anvil. Yeah, I imagine that wouldn't have been that difficult. I must Martin said, Bren gun fires 7.7 or 303. I'm stocking up on toilet paper to use the shit hit fan money. Yeah, that's a good idea. When was I said 303 was the British World War II round. 303 was the round that replaced it. The 7.62 was what replaced it. British service. 308 is a very similar power and size. Yeah. Callum said, all hail Silver Shamrock. Callum said, Freebird is a brilliant song. Yeah, I must have heard that. He said, how awful the filthy buggers did wanking jokes. Yeah. Kern, you better stop. You better stop licking balls then, ain't you, mate? If you've got a bad case of ligma. I don't fall for that shit. Samuel said, Freebird on the last scene of Devil's Reject. Oh, I have definitely heard that then, yeah. So interestingly, the Brensworth rechambered to 308 after World War II. Were used up until the 80s. Yeah, because had a Bren gun, deactivated Bren gun, I used to look up stuff about them. Yeah, and I did know that, yeah, that they were still using up until the 80s. Fascinating, really, isn't it? Proves what a good gun they are. Tom said, if you played GTA, you will know Freebird by Lanskin. I was going to say, it's probably one of them, you know, sometimes you know songs, but you don't know who sings them, sort of thing. Tom said, I'll be getting rid of all my fans, so the shit will never hit it. Yeah. Khan's going to be untouchable. And shit hit the fan. The shit hit, I'm never going to get him. Good idea. I must want to, yeah, Bren guns are great weapons, very accurate. That was who said the weapons are 308 Buckingham round, SAS Desert favourite round during World War II airstrip raids. Oh, nice. Anti-air balloon round, I think. Dominic said 3 Nazis walk into a bar. If it go, I'd be very careful what you say next, Dominic. Simon said, yeah, Devil's Rejects is a brilliant film. It's on Amazon Prime, but the first House of Thousand Corpses isn't it shit. I've never seen that one, you know. I've only ever seen Devil's Rejects, I think. Tumba said they still use the Bren in India and Pakistan. Yeah, that don't surprise me, Tumba. Ian said the Bren gun was a great weapon. Its only drawback was it was too accurate. Machine gun needed to spray bullets everywhere. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, nice one, Dominic. I just didn't know where it was going, that was all. Yeah, that's good. Right, where am I? It was used Bren gun, possibly the best magazine fed saw squad automatic weapon. Rami said, Simon, I heard Rob Zombie is supposed to be planning a third part to Rejects and Corpses flick. Tommy said, Royal Marines or Paras? I don't know really, mate. Don't know. Paras. I don't know out of them two. I don't know enough about them really. Women's I've said to Ian, the Bren gun was a light squad sport weapon, not intended to be the same class as a Vickers or an MG42. I must fact the Enfield rifle is still used by police in India. Great rifle. Tom said the sad thing is we can prep for shit hit fan situation, but if you need to be careful of the desperate and the raiders, I don't want to be shanked for my shelter and gear. Yeah. Just got to be prepared, ain't you? I think the chances of it happening are quite slim anyway, but there's no harm in being prepared. Well, it all depends what you're talking about, but a shit hit the fan situation could potentially just be a flood or something. That's a shit hit the fan for you, an individual. I don't know about a big countrywide shit hit the fan situation. Ian said that's a good point. To Liam, it was a Bren gun. Very good semi-auto sniper, brilliant bit of kit. Very simple, quick change barrel, Belgium design. Yeah. I used to love my deactivate Bren gun, it was great, but I had to sell it in the end. Jamie said, Simon, best plan is to have a lot of land and have preparation measures. I must have said, Paras, mate. The Paras are the first in the fight and the Marines take over once you have a foothold. All right. Did not know that. I see, I don't really look too much into military stuff now. Then not says, Simon, if you're bugging out, it's best to bug out in a group if possible. There's safety in numbers after all. Yeah, that's a good point. Tiger said, call Grozer. Not a Grozer, though. Don't worry, though. No one has ever come onto my stream or anything ever and known what that gun was. The only person who claims they did, I think, was lying because it was after I said no one had guessed it. But they haven't. That is it's a Chinese model Type 86S bullpup rifle. I've said to X-Ray, my granddad really liked the Bren though, and he was trained to be able to strip and reassemble it blindfolded, although he was actually issued an Enfield. Sometimes you need trustworthy and reliable people. If food is low and there's chaos, hard to stick together and build. Tommy said, isn't it an AKM? Well, sort of technically, what those Chinese model Type 86s are pretty much modified AK-47s. If you look at it, you can see the parts that are an AK-47 or an AKM. But its actual name is Chinese model Type 86S bullpup rifle. That's its name. Daniel said, my main yard is about 4 acres. I have cactus all around my fence line as a natural deterrent and a few things up my sleeve for anything else that crosses. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds very good, Sam. Doug said, what do you think of the pistol Mosin Nagant? Don't really know nothing about it, mate. You might have to be a bit more specific. Then I might be able to look it up on here. Have a look. I will ask whatever her name is. Mosin Nagant pistol.
These pictures should match.
That it? Yeah, the old weld rods are interesting, aren't they? Cam said it's a revolver. Sam said, not to mention, if you're within half a mile of my land, you could already be in my sights. Nice. Yeah, by the way, if I miss anyone's comments, just say. I'll go back up. Sam said, what we need to is signs and tags to warn and help people. Like a tag that means warning gas leak or unstable structure. Yeah, that's a good point. Don said, no, it's a cut down rifle version. Oh, funny thing is, that was actually on there. That was part of the pictures that it showed. That one. Hard to get this phone in the right place for you to see it, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like the Overwatch pistol, Mike. That's one he means. I must like to say, Mike, look up. I don't know how you'd even say that one. Delisle, would you say Delisle carbine? Delisle carbine.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Fuck that colour. That actually's tried to search something to do with fucking thing is, you see, if I can say it out loud, it's quicker than me typing it. Comes with still a rifle, though, just cut down. Those are all I wanted, one, but with a stock. Comes with a fine way to break your wrist. Yeah, more vodka. Yeah, I did think that. I was looking at it, and I bet it's not very accurate either, is it? I doubt. I'm sorry, Mike, did you get my link I sent you for the virus movie? If you sent that today, no, I don't think I did. Mate, I'll have a look quickly. Oh yeah, right here. No, well, you've got no emails if that's what you meant, mate. When did you send that then? When was I said in the Pit Rivers I had a French bolt action carbine that's really small. Quite a cool design. They're definitely interesting things, and if that's all you got, it's better than nothing, isn't it? You know, if that's all you could get, you'd be fucking grateful for it, wouldn't you? That was easy to buy, man. That's the one with the silencer, isn't it? Like I said, more vodka. Sam said, where are you from, Sam? Don't get cats in the UK, I don't think. No, not naturally, do you? I'm a smart said, does not do, yeah. I thought it was on kind of a silent rifle. Oh, well, no, I've got no. I'm on my emails right now, and I've not had any emails from you, mate, since 7th of September. according to that. It was used a French military weapon, was never used in anger, good as new. Fuck's sake. I said, I assume you are after zombie creeping flesh with the alternative title advised. I don't know. I think that may be a coincidence, Liam. So I've never actually spoke to unless Jumbo Sabu has actually found what we're talking about without mentioning it to me. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait, Liam, and see what he has sent me, because I would like that. That is something I have been after. And maybe he's heard us talking about it and he's doing that. It looks easy, I man, Spartan thought so. Jack, you're right, mate. If we had a genuine shit hit fan in the UK, we would be screwed with all our nuclear power stations. It would be sat guarding them, all while chaos reigned the country. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Glow in the dark cop would be, but then he wouldn't, because why would they? They wouldn't want to stay and fucking guard it, would they? Yeah, as I've said, dropped once, never fired. Then we said to Simon, scrubs and bushes will do the same in your area. Yeah, I just like thorns. Although quite often say here to plant thorny bushes under your windows. That works brilliantly, because that stops people climbing in your windows then. If you've got a fucking bush that sticks out that far, that'll stop someone anyway, but a thorny bush is even better under your windows. That's a good deterrent, stuff like that. That's one thing we forgot to mention when people have asked us about that before. Yeah, thorny bushes under your windows or anywhere. Good deterrent. Tumbo said you would have to hold it to your face to get a sight picture, but with no stock to stop it, it would end up in your face. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, isn't it? Yeah. You'd have to hold it up like that, wouldn't you, to aim it? To aim it properly, anyway. Simon said, yeah, great advantage then, Sam. I'm pretty sure you've got yourself a high-power sniper to protect your land. Yeah. I was like, don't worry about shit hit the fan. Rambo can come out of retirement and help us. Gang said to Jack, yeah, in a roll would cause nuclear meltdown. Actually, said Jack, half and balls off striker. It's concerning. Some good documentary on here about that, especially when oil runs out. I said, until the council tells you to cut it down in case you are a burglar. Yeah. Fuck's sake. Tom said, brambles on natural barbed wire. In the summer, you get blackberries. Yeah, that's a very good point, Simon. Yeah, it's very good. Again, plant thorny bushes in your head. Yeah, again, good. Samuel said to Simon, I don't really have a lot of weapons. I tend to collect ammo for the weapons I do have. I only have 2 arms, and owning a lot of weapons without ammo just gives you throwing sticks. Get some bayonets for them then. Then you got an extra option then. And you've got a spear as well. I'm joking. It'd be better than a spear, wouldn't it? But I'll let you know in a sec. Yes, there. Oh, bloody Vine. I've watched that. Didn't I? I've watched it. Reese. I've watched that. Yeah. Don't you remember? I've watched that. That was all right, actually. I quite like that. Yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that. You must not be on the night I said I watched it. I watched that about a month ago or 2 months ago. Yeah, I have watched that. I thought that was all right. Yeah, just checking. Yeah. There it is. If that is it, yeah. Yeah, I watched it. I did think it was quite good. It reminded me of I can't remember what it was now, but it was like I can't remember, but it reminded me of something. Number said, leaving the skull of the last country visited under the window is as good as a thorn brush. Exactly. I said, oh, that virus, yeah, that's the one from the 90s. Yeah, we watched that, didn't we? Or I did anyway. That was one of the recommended ones, and I did watch it. Richard said, saw the Scorpion King bow from the Rock used. Someone on a forum made one, looked really good. And in the like I like as well. Yeah, that sounds good, Rick. Interesting to know you can sort of make something. I don't know what that looks like, but nice to know you can make a sort of realistic, well, real one that works. Anna Spartan said, in World War One, they had bulletproof shields. The French army was using them in small numbers, but done away with them due to the weighing 10 plus kilograms. The Chow said, what is the bullpup rifle on your wall? That's a Chinese model type 86S bullpup rifle. Yeah, quite rare, I think. And yeah, I've never really had anyone ever know what it was from streams. I was going mad today for people. Sam said I have 3 gun safes, one for my rifles, one for my shotguns, and the others are full of ammo. Bullfrog, right, mate? As I've said to Tumbo, Vlad the Impaler inspired garden ornaments. Right. I must have missed that. Yeah, I think you must have. It must have. Yeah, maybe when I said on the day that I watched it, maybe you weren't on. Yeah, I watched it. I did like it. Quite good. Yeah, it reminded me of 2 different films, but I can't remember what they were now. But the sad thing is, if shit hit the fan, the world would get so much smaller, but a lot bigger at the same time. No more transatlantic travel. Yeah, that's true. RDP, you're right, mate. He said, on a coach on my way back to London. Intermittent signal. Good to see you on. Simon said, unless there's working aircraft characters or working ships. RDP said, been up since 4:30. Knackered. Oh, bloody hell, I bet you are. What you been doing then? Don't say if you don't want to. Bullfrog said, ginger beer tonight, mate. The old Jamaican brand ginger beer, not the Morrison's piss. You know what? I've never been a fan of ginger beer. I don't mind it, but I don't particularly like it at the same time. You know what I mean? Although I've not drunk it for years. I think ginger beer is a bit of an acquired taste. I think the more you drink it, the more you get used to it. But Daryl, who used to come on here, Daryl Appleby, Cakes is Cake, he used to like that. I think he used to mix that with ginger beer and ginger wine or something like that and drink that. But the ginger wine was like 20% or something. I don't know if it's called ginger wine, but it was a ginger flavoured sort of wine. Then he said, I can see that bullpup getting removed from the display to save repetition soon. No, what I'll do, I'll record my voice saying it and then I'll just press play every time. I must say, Mike, put a label on the bullpup so people know what it is. Must get pissed off being asked. Well, strangely, maybe it's the trolls coming out because no one normally, I might sometimes get one every now and then asking. It's the first time I've ever had 3 people in one stream ask what it was, though, or 4, whatever it was. Humbo said, was all right, oh, Vlad. Bit of stick in the ass, but great conversationalist. Right, Simon said, Simon, I live near Tombstone, Arizona. It takes me half to drive there. Back in cowboy days, it would be a day's ride. We've been spoiled with technology. RDP said, day trip to Wales to visit my uncle. Ah, that sounds good. Richard Smith said, you get really medieval and have the decapitated heads of previous burglars on spikes lined up outside your keep. Yeah. Just so anyone knows, this is a fictional situation we're talking about. Just in case anyone wondered. This is a fictional shit hit the fan situation. Weapons officer, supposedly very low crime rate in his kingdom, but I guess being criminal would be a real pain in the ass. This is Vlad the Impaler we're on about, isn't it? Sabu said, I think the Day of the Triffids 1980 version would reflect how the shit hit fan scenario would truly be. Sam said half an hour. Yeah, I didn't know if you meant half a day. Oh, it's half an hour. Yeah, now it's half an hour drive. Back in the day, it had been a day's ride. It was a shit in a fan. Say it was a catastrophic global event. I'm not totally convinced the powers would want millions of casualties. Would want millions of casualties and collateral damage to cater for, when resources would be at a minimum. That strikes me. Anyone breathe ginger beer fumes in their lungs? I've not. But I've done it with fucking lemonade before, and that makes you go breathless. I think it must be the CO2 coming off of it. Breathe that into your lungs. It suddenly makes like you've got no air in your lungs. Wolfgang said, I can't drink so much in the amount of working hours. Well, I do at the moment. Need to cut down anyway, so I'll swap to this. Remember I said to Jumble Suburb, yeah, that and Survivors. 28 days later, Fred's pretty active. X-Ray said, I don't know any stick up the arse. Could be okay. I have to put the fucking slow mode on for fucking 30 seconds in a minute. Then not he said, just put a big label on it saying AK-15 semi-automatic single shot Glock. And they can spend hours trying to find the thing on the internet. I think that's a good idea. What's that hidden? Oh, because it's shit. Tom said, that's interesting, Sam. I subbed you. You know your shit. Tom said, no, Jack, I haven't had the pleasure. I must write that, Mike, would you ever buy a Daisy Red Rider? I had their fun back in the back garden target shooting. I fucking definitely would. And I'll tell you what, I was looking for one about 2 days ago. Yeah, I want one of them. I bet you could shoot that fucker all day long, couldn't you? Never get bored. You know, got no power, but for shooting targets, that's brilliant. And cans. Yeah, I do want one of them. Ian said, I saw Scorpion tank for sale recently, 30 grand. Saving up for that in case you hit a fan. As I said, a bit like inhaling plant food fumes. Bullfrog said, has anybody sniffed Coke? Apparently it makes people go mental. Oh, yeah, Coca-Cola. I know if you sniff anything like that, though, because I think what you're breathing in is pretty much what would that gas be? Carbon, CO2, wouldn't it? I don't know, but it takes because you're breathing that in. It takes the fucking like the breath straight out your lungs, makes you go slightly dizzy. Robert Boo said, I'm open-minded, but I'm not trying to avoid ginger beer. You don't like gingers. You don't eat no ginger. Don't like ginger beer. Gingerbread man. Gingerbread houses. Rums I've said to Ian, sometimes the MOD said, oh, you just made me say MOD now. Mod. I just have to say pistol. The MOD sells other APCs cheap, sometimes sub 20k for a Saracen. So if I had a gun shop near me that stocked one, I'd buy it in an instant. Sadly, I'd need to spend the extra 30 quid to have it delivered. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm going to have to do that when I do. I'm going to have to spend the extra 30 quid or whatever it is to get it delivered by some fucking Pell Packs or whatever. I don't know how many of them companies do it, but I know Pell Packs definitely does, doesn't it? But I'm prepared to do that if that's the only way nowadays. If that's the government want to fuck you over, I'm willing to pay 30 quid as a fuck you to them to say I'm still getting what I want. Yeah. You shouldn't have to. But yeah. I ain't got no choice. I almost said sub back, Simon. I almost wanted Jamaican ginger cake and custard is nice. Yeah, that does sound nice. It was a Jamaican ginger cake. No, a trifle actually. Lumber said, I reckon a leaf spring crossbow would put a hole in a scorpion with the right bolt. Yeah, you're probably right there, Tumbo. Big enough crossbow with the right kind of head on it, right kind of sort of hardened head, or you know, just as long as it's the right kind of shape. Shoes off, get comfortable. Also, somebody who volunteers at the Blue Cross was saying they have a relative that has an armoured car or IFV. I don't think they knew the model, but I'd love one. But to maintain a running cost would be mad. Yeah, you're right there, Leon. Simon said, yeah, just check out your redneck doorbell, Sam. Bloody hilarious. I'll have a look at that in a minute. I'll tell you what, Sam, I'll go over just in case I don't think I do sub to you, do I? I'll sub to you now. Yeah, that's done. So that should be in my subscriptions now. I said, damn it, it's hard for you guys to get anything. I just shot a video out this morning showing my local tractor supply store with leg traps in it. You can buy it local and easy. They make everything over here difficult. Somebody said the aluminium armour modified jackhammer head will do the deed. One Spartan, in the beginning battle of the Gladiator movie, you see the Roman massive crossbow ballistas. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I'll have to have a look later. I suppose I could look on my phone, can I? By the way, Jumble Sabu, cheers for sending that link. Even though I had already watched it, but I appreciate you doing that in the first place anyway. Just quickly try to go on my phone. I'm a bit slow with my phone. Right, where the fuck was I? What was I supposed to be doing? Oh, my subscriptions. Sabu said no problems, Mike. Sam said it has a 130 decibel alarm attached to it. It's loud as fuck. Sam, do you mind if I show the video to everyone on the stream? Sam said, glad I brought it up now. Everyone go watch it. It's hilarious. Oh, my car's almost armoured, Mike. Almost. No, have you got any videos of your car then, Paul? I don't know how much of this you'll be able to see, everyone.
Hey, Mel, I'm killing some time.
What one is it? Hang on, I'm on the wrong one
Show
here.
you what they have for sale here, make you a little bit jealous. Yeah, these are 330s.
On the wrong video. Hang on.
Offset clue.
Right. When I found it, I'll tell you. God, I'm crap with these fucking things. I need to get onto your channel, Sam, and then I'll let you know. Yeah, I was not in my it wasn't in my subs, it's on your thing, yeah. Redneck doorbell, they are.
Okay, this is what I like to call a redneck doorbell. Somebody comes, tries to open my gate from the outside, they get a little bit of this. Pretty cute, huh? Okay, this is what I like to call a redneck doorbell. Somebody comes, tries to open my gate from the outside, they get a little bit of this. Pretty cute, huh?
Phone's too bright, but you get the gist of it, don't you? Someone said, will you be uploading any more videos, Sam? I must have said, when you get 30k subs, you should have a live stream pub party. Where's that comment gone now? Disappeared. What? A pub party we can all attend. Oh, I'll have to think about that. But yeah. I could definitely do like a live stream, possibly in my Wendy house with some of my relatives and friends, and get drunk in there if you want, and do a live stream. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, that's about as close as I could do it, because I can't do any although my phone will do a live stream, it won't do. It still has to have the Wi-Fi. But I sort something out. Definitely. Double Sabu said the ball for us. Got to be a Volvo then. Sam said, videos of trap setups you shouldn't have seen by everyone, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's a good point. Tumbo said, reclaim fiberglass armour panels from banks and bookies would armour a car nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Simon said, my cat loves that sound. By that I mean, she just fucked right off out the room. Yeah, I'll have to have a, when it gets a bit closer, Iron Man, remind me about that, and I'll try and, yeah, maybe we could have a 30k party. I don't mind doing that. When it gets out of hand, I'll just have to delete it afterwards. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll make a couple more moderators. Maybe I'll get Pete as a moderator on, and I don't know, a couple of others, just in case it gets out of hand. DJ said he subbed to Sam. Bullfrog said, Jumbo Salboon, no, it's not. My dad has a Volvo. They're all right. That's nearly new. One, a bloke I used to work with had a 1984 Volvo estate that was still going at 210,000 miles. Fucking hell. Tom said, you can armour a car with phone books or Argos catalogues, not stop small arms and shotguns. Yeah, I think that's quite a good idea, isn't it? I bet there's loads of things we could think of. Ron said if you're trapped in a shopping centre, you can modify the car on display with Argos catalogues and shit you find at Wilco's and Poundland. As I've said, or tape Kevlar panels to the inside of the doors. Yeah, that's a good point. That, you know, the bear suit bloke, Troy Hurtubus, he invented a similar thing to that. And his was it was a similar thing, but the panels was about that fat and they could pretty much stop anything. That was remember me saying about he tried to sell them to the US Army, but they wouldn't have none of it. They wouldn't buy them off him. He only wanted to sell them to him because his young brother was in the army. He was trying to make sure his brother was safe, basically. So he was going to sell it to them very cheap. He wanted some money off of it. He may have even tried to give it them and they wouldn't have it. But yeah, but that was a similar thing to Kevlar panels. It's just those about that thick and they could stop fucking rifle bullets. But they were still lighter than, metal, I suppose, if you did it with metal. You have to have a look up Troy Hurtubus, and you'll soon find it. Backstrike said I have an X Mod Series 2 Armadillo R. None of that means anything to me, Jack. That's a car. I'm asked back that Mike, can you do survival cookout simulation in the garden with mountains? I'll try to. I've still got to do some outdoor stuff, so yeah. I'll give it a go. Even if I just do it in the bloody garden, I suppose. Yeah, it says in your garden anyway, yeah. Double Sabu said to Bullfrog, I have a 1998 V70R and it's done 268k and still going strong. It's just running for a Volvo. Double said, nice one, Jack. Do you ever finish the mods? Yeah, I have no idea what an X Mod Series 2 Armadillo R is. Someone wants to enlighten me. Oh, Land Rover, yeah. Sort of thing. I literally know nothing about cars. That's like a Tumbo, yes, mate. I can take the window guards off, on and off. Bristol said Land Rover. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know anything about cars in the slightest. When was I said back when we had British car industry. I said, how old are you? 22. Nah, 38. 38 this year. Do I look 38? Or do I look younger? Or do I look older? Yeah, we'll have a vote on that. Just put younger or older. Old bastard. And then said, he said a youngster. I want younger or older. What do I look? Just that curiosity, just for my vanity. Sam said I came across a paratrooper bicycle last week. Got it put on the back of my truck, secondary transport. That's a good idea. Simon said younger, counted younger. Also, I think my dad's old Land Rover was county. I think the year was 1982. I remember driving it about. It was cool to drive, but bloody hell, I have to force it to 6 miles an hour. Bristol said young bloke. That's what I said. Younger Mike. There was less stress from having no kids. Well, I'm older than Mark, but some people say I look younger than Mark, and he does say that is because I do live a lovely stress-free life. I must admit. The most stress I have is people leaving fucking plates on the side. Someone said we'll all call you Uncle Mike now. Actually, I said younger. You are a very cherub like. Cheers, Jack. General Sabu, I reckon you look about 38, give or take, mate. And always one. Paul Frog's at 39. Let's say. Once I said there's a video of a Lada 4x4 managing to go cross country Britain better than a Land Rover simply because it weighs less, doesn't sink into the marsh as much. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I've never been big into cars, as you can tell. Yeah, see you in a bit, Callum. I've been 39 for 8 years now. Right. Yeah. But man, I still tell people I'm 22. Nah, I don't really. Richard said, gonna go and get something to eat. Great stream. Bye. See you later, mate. He said Wheeler Dealers did a 4x4 Fiat Panda. Which one's Wheeler Dealers? The one with Mike and is it Mike and what's his name? Tall mate. I can't remember his name now. What he said, consider an age, you look a million, give or take a year or two. When myself said I hate to be really into cars, would mean I'd have to buy an expensive daily commute car rather than being satisfied with a Dacia. Yeah, that's a good point. Simon said, look out for mad Uncle Mike and his gunboard. Yeah. Well, I am the uncle to a couple of kids, so yeah. I'm the godfather of one of them as well. And China, that's it, Bristol, yeah. Sabu said, I ain't being 45. They don't even get after ID nowadays when in car at the Saga holiday. Well, last time I went to buy some booze, I just thought I'd entertain myself and take my ID along, hoping they'd ask for it. And they didn't even fucking, they didn't ask for it. So I was a bit disappointed then. That meant I do look old enough to buy booze. Or I must look way over 25, I mean, anyway. Ian said, Mike and Ed China. Mike. Next time, said Land Rover is tax and MOT exempt. What's that, because of the age? Or just because it's... Or is that... I don't know. Tom said, MUM, Mad Uncle Mike. Yeah, that's right. Sam said, UK has better public transport systems than here. It's almost impossible here without a car or a truck. Iron Man Spark said, Mike, did you find out if Gunmark still sells magazines? You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look it up, but I can if you want. Jack so I said because of the age, Mike. I thought it might have been that. As I said, I don't really know anything about cars, so I didn't know how to drive till I was about 26. But that was because from the age of about 15 to 21, I was fucking pisshead, so it's better for me not to drive or even know how to. Once I said to Sam, I think it depends where you are. I know some areas have awful public transport, some are brilliant, but Britain being a lot smaller means less distances anyway. Yeah. Yeah, we have trams in some places. I think Manchester and Sheffield. Dimble Salbu said to Jack, yeah, my customised Morris 1000 pickup is MOT and tax exempt too. So that's a good fit. That's a good reason to get an older car, isn't it? And don't you get your insurance? I know a little bit about cars. Anyway. Don't you get your fucking insurance is cheap as fuck as well on collector's cars or whatever, or classics, isn't it? Your insurance is very low as well, isn't it? Tom said tram is a lot better and faster than the bus. Tom said the nearest bus stop to my house 25 miles away. Yeah. Crystal said, I said to a cashier at the supermarket, I was a glue sniffer. She replied, you're a bit old for that. So. X-Ray said, car, seated fan and EMP would disable many modern cars. Penalty said, you're lucky. I get nuisance calls from undertakers. Fuck's sake. So I said, I have an ex-BTHA van on the road. 89 quid insurance. Yeah. It's like a year. Some kids have to pay that 25 quid a month or something, don't they? I don't really know. Women's I've said I certainly wouldn't buy any car that has a button ignition rather than a key. Yeah. Michael Kemp said I'll be 50 next birthday. Where did the years go? Guess I pissed most of them up the wall. Yeah, I did that for a lot of my teenage years. Pissed some up the wall, and I can't remember any of them now. Yeah, and it's affected my memory a bit as well. So I'm telling you, in Poundland, you can get super glue called Quick Fix. Yeah, nice. You can see the market in there, yeah. Quick Fix glue. So. Ian said, one time you could have got anywhere to anywhere in Britain. And you were within 4 miles of a railway station. And along came Dr. Beechin. Yeah, I don't know if that's probably the one who we had a railway track near us. And that's gone now. And now they've built houses on it, so they can't even bring it back if they want to. Comes with weapons and stuff. Also, any car after 1990, electronics and computers in them. Yeah, that's a good point. Interesting. We have a few old railway stations near us that are sadly either knocked down or overgrown and abandoned. Yeah, we've got them here, abandoned ones. There was a great one that went from one village to another. Yeah, and some of the tunnels are still there, but there's parts of it where they built houses on now. So they'd have to, if they ever wanted, there was on about bringing some of them back, but they'd have to knock at least a couple of houses down to do it now, and some factories. So they won't. Sometimes there's some weird ones where the station's still, but no trains actually stop there. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Oh, but they used the track. That's weird, isn't it? Double Sailboo said to Z.E. It's scary to think that when we got to a certain age, when we have a bit of the other of our misses, we are basically engaging in necrophilia. Here it comes. I'm going to have to use my thing soon. Right, weapon stuff, said Sam. Had a Citroen C3 with less than 50k miles on it. That shit itself due to electronic fault. Makes you a bit paranoid. Then not Z said to Jumble, so boo lol. Tom said, it's like to learn how to build and fix an engine. If you can build a generator, or working vehicle, then it's priceless. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, pretty much any engine could probably run some kind of generator as well, couldn't it? Crystal said use of cycle tracks now in my area. Looks like in my area is full of old railway cuts and tunnels. Great for bug out. Yeah, our main one's a footpath now. Somebody said weapons stuff. I have a 1990 Ford F350 I use for my cattle. No electronics, easy to work on. And he said his necrophilia getting laid into your grave. Demsel said, what reminded me about having sex when you're old, as I drove past and run over the hedgehog today, and it kind of reminded me of something. So, that drugs and necrophilia banging a corpse. Yeah, exactly. Right, this is for the necrophiliacs. This one goes out to all the necrophiliacs in the stream.
For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. You've got to please stop it. Stop it now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, stop it. Where was I? Simon said I'd start a cult of mechanics in shit at the fan. Cult of the V8, the Angel Combustion. That's good. Yeah. I was like, if you live near a natural flowing water source, you can harness power of water. Dumbo said, or an uninterested was. Yeah. That was a reply to Jack on it. Oh, for necrophilia. Let's hope there's not a zombie apocalypse here. Simon said, by my deeds, I honour him. V8. Michael said, have you tried the Cobra R9 crossbow yet? Looks good to me. Thinking of getting one. I've not tried it, Michael. I might try and get one day because they're not too dear, are they? About 130 quid, isn't they? But I have heard they're not as powerful as they're made out to be. I think the Horizon Redbacks are probably more economical for your price. Supposedly these are probably better all round. One of these with one of my crossbow pills on. Let's get that. £12.50. Email below. Sam said stop it. Mike said Halloween free. As I said, Anna Fulci from Cemetery Man could eat me any day. Ian said there was a high-speed line built to Continental loading gauge. What's that? The wider one that they got rid of, built in 1800, closed in the 60s. Now they build HS2 Foresight, is a wonderful thing. So I think you missed the other comment, so we'll repost. Oh yeah, sorry Liam, yeah I did, yeah. I said, yeah, there was one station maintained, but always locked. You can walk onto the platform, looks nice and everything, but no trains ever stop there. The station is basically a decoration. Yeah, imagine some poor bastard stood there waiting for the train all day as well if they didn't know. Outdoor Eric, you right, mate? At HWC, I haven't been on a live stream for a while. No, I was going to say, I ain't seen you on for a bit. Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I'm glad you're on, mate. Exit said, if there ever was a shit situation, I would hunt preppers. Be a hard one to, you know. It'd probably be worth it, but yeah. I'd be the most prepared though. I'm a Spartan said, is that a rubber grip on the pistol crossbow? Yeah, it's like a hard rubber. You can get an all black version. I just got this one because it was the only one available at the time. It's rubbery, but it's hard rubber. Bullfrog said, is this now officially a car channel? Please not another one. No. I'll have to add an annotation. No talking about politics, religion, or cars. I'm so hey, I can take a subtle hint, Mike. I'm glad you can. Actually, there's a theory that diesel vehicles are being heavily taxed because they don't want us having cars that can run on oil. Yeah, it goes diesel, can run on fuels. Sometimes, yeah, as the train go past every 20 minutes, so from the station, no fucking clue why they don't stop there, as it would be great money maker for them. That's bizarre, isn't it? It's bizarre. Someone said in shit hit fan, human is the most profitable game. I'd hunt raiders if I lost everything. Yeah, definitely. Who's ringing at 11 o'clock? Nick said, what is that revolver with the stock? It is a, I can't remember now. Smith & Wesson model 586 with an 8-inch barrel. It's a CO2. Just going to see that's reading. Yeah. It was what? Without? Strange. I'll check my messages. That's weird. Someone ringing at 11 o'clock. Without number. Simon said rust style, naked with nothing but a rock. Yeah. Simon said I just made a crossbow trap video public. I'll use it for coyotes. Oh, I'll have to watch that then. So Simon said it's rubbery. I can tell a Chinese company told you to promote that. Yeah, that rubbery chicken. Or rubbery. Oh, it's rubbery. Oh, lovely. It's a rubbery crossbow. I'm expecting that cars are only interesting if they have guns all over them. I'll check my messages quickly. I want to see if anyone was contact me on Facebook or anything. Awful to at least Franklin is not present. He could be eyeing up everyone's vehicles as potential rape victims. Enough for him to potentially be playing James Bond and destroying the entire series forever. Tom said Rust is a game, by the way. Oh, no, yeah, I knew what it was, yeah. If that comment made no sense to you. No, I think because I was rushing about and trying, because that phone call put me off slightly, because it's a bit weird someone ringing you that late, isn't it? I reckon it was the wrong number or something. Tom said, pity you can't fix that stock onto the horizon. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I like this as a pistol though. It's good. Them little short stocks though, I always find it means the sight's too close to your face, and then I can't shoot with it because the sight pitch is too big. To shoot this, I have to have my arm extended for accuracy. So even if I had a stock, I'd never use it. Same problem with that pistol actually, unless it's got a sight on it. I don't use them. Like a stock with a red dot sight works perfectly, but a short stock with open sights, it's too close to my eye, and then the gap is like too big. Next is I'm going to hunt funky prepper. I've said if the platform was locked off, it would make sense, but everything is maintained, freshly painted, and you can have a sign saying the train's on time. That's weird, isn't it? Red back out of position. Yeah, it's in my hand here. God, I said hello, sexy. Right, so. I'm about to say, who would win, James Bond or the Terminator? Oh, I don't know. James Bond get all his gadgets. I'd say James Bond. If Sarah fucking Connor and that can beat him. Oh, so what's the difference between driving in the fog and a 69? With 69, you can see the arsehole in front of you. Scarface reckons Terminator. Someone said you can fix the stock to the horizon. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, you can get one of them stocks and slide it on, can't you? have to watch Tambo's videos, Z. He's got stocks and that on his. Simon said, have you got PPI, Mike? Yeah, could have been. Simon said, I heard you've been in an accident. It wasn't your fault. Well, for the James Bond is about 20 different people. Schwarzenegger's a steroid abuser, so it could go either way. Garth, I said, what sword's best? A long, thin, or a small but wide? I suppose it all depends what you want it for, but I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it all depends what you want it for, and I reckon personal preference. Because a small, short, sort of thicker sword would be good for, if you was in some kind of corridor type, tighter situations. But a nice big long one like that up there is good for other situations, isn't it? So I suppose it all depends what you want it for. Exit, who remembers the Right Honourable Reverend J.B. Brutal? Jack, look at that for a name that's just come up. Yes, I do. That's not you, is it? Exit, I hope so. Jack, you remember? Yeah, I know you remember, Jack, because you brought it up in my video that time, didn't you? Yeah, we remember old JB Brutal. Be good if he was still about. His channel wasn't still about, because I wouldn't minded rewatching some of his videos. Ian said to weapons and stuff, you need to lobby the locals to write to your local MP and try and get it reopened. Bristol said, Mike, the horizon crossbow, do you think you could use them underwater as a spear gun? I don't know. I would probably say no, not underwater, because I would assume if you could, that would be a thing anyway, that people would shoot crossbows underwater. So probably not. The water probably stops the prods moving properly. So I would assume, just because no one's ever done it, probably not, or people don't do it. But I don't know. How come I know? I'm a sponsor. Remember Funhouse? Packs up. Yeah. God, man, it still gives me nightmares. Yeah, that was a good thing. That was. I used to like old fucking Funhouse. All for me, James Bond, Franklin. Hopefully it never happens. Nick said, "No, mate. I'm still just me." No, I only mentioned that because there's quite a few. We have quite a few people on here who lost their channels and they come on with different names now. Yeah, I remember JB Brute. It was good channel he was. Tumbo said, it's a UN staging post, Liam. They'll be coming just as soon as the trains get on time. Me Machine, you right, mate? Because I missed most of the stream watching boxing, AJ1. There's a spoiler for you, everyone. Now we know. I hope no one wanted to know. When I said I lied, just looked on the website and the station has 2 train stops per day, despite the fact that several trains go through it every hour. I said water and crossbows ain't good. Yeah, I imagine with all of the parts of it anyway. But yeah, I imagine the water wouldn't be very good with a moving prod, would it? What makes me imagine it wouldn't? Because I would assume it would be a thing, wouldn't it? If you could shoot a crossbow underwater, I'd assume they would have them, and that's why they do elasticated spear guns. He said, "Did Doberman Knives ever pay back all the people he robbed?" Lol. So. I don't know. He did come back on though, didn't he? Explaining that. But yeah, I think the video's still on there. Go and have a look. Did you ever see the video? I liked old Doberman Knives. We had a got fucked up, didn't he? Basically. Alpha said, "Have you tried it against a deer? DEAR or a DEER? Anyone I class as deer definitely wouldn't shoot with a crossbow." This wouldn't be able to take a deer, but probably be able to take small game. Definitely, it fucking needs a proper decent crossbows. These are, and I'm assuming the Armix ones as well. I've not tried one. Garfos, cod on that and out of prep and cook it next. Alexa said, "I'm back, but my internet is sketchy today, so it might be on and off. You'll catch us for the last 20 minutes again." Maybe you can earn extra cash. You should do a boxing series where you fight various opponents from local homeless shelters and car washes. We send you 20 quid for every win. I'd want more than 20 fucking quid, mate, I tell you. That's not enough to tempt me to do that. Michael said, whatever happened to the old perv bloke who used to leave cigs out for the kids? It must be long gone now, I would think. Yeah, fuck knows. I know there was rumours who it was, but we never knew. You never know. Might still be about. If he was 20 years older than me, he'd only be 58. He could still be doing it, potentially. But when I went up to the area where it used to happen, I had a look to see if there was any there that they won. But then they probably, whoever it is, knows where kids go. So they only do it where kids go. And I doubt any kids play in the woods anymore. They're too busy on these fucking things, aren't they? Somebody said the water would create resistance to the prod's movement. Not very efficient. Wet strings stretched. Oh, yeah, wet strings, yeah. I definitely thought about the resistance to the prod. It would stop it moving, wouldn't it? Me machine, I bought a 2-inch Boca knife. That's legal to carry, isn't it? Only if it folds. If it's fixed blade, even if it's a 1-inch fixed blade, it's legal to carry. Hope so, because it's been after a good EDC knife for ages. Yeah, if it folds, it's all right. It's got to fold. It can't lock. Can't be a locking blade. Ian was saying hello to Electro. Jonathan said, I've been awake for 3 days now. I've been hallucinating. Very strange, but amazing. Yeah, I wouldn't stay awake for too much longer. I've done that before, 3 days, and you do start to go slightly mental. But I have heard if you do it for too long, you can get irreparable brain damage. So just be aware of that. Yeah, but I've done a 3-day once. By the end of that, I was like a fucking zombie. But that was a choice. I wanted to see how long I could stay awake for. Time to in this corner, we have can sound in this corner, the man with the brass hands, weapon collector. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, actually. Definitely be having something brass on me. Well, if I still owned any, which I don't. Electro, a lot of flooding in some areas, but the wind damage was minimal. Yeah, sure, all the modern pedos use phones to groom kids, not actual do field work in the woods. Lol. Yeah, probably don't. But yeah, when I went up there, I did have a look to see if there was any see if the fag packets were there. That would have been a hell of a fucking find. While I was talking about it, actually find some. I almost, made a good video, wouldn't it? I almost about to make a WC survival kit. If it takes off, I might buy one. I could do that. I bet I could make you a survival tin better than anyone you could buy. I know that. But I've seen the ones, all the stuff they sell. It's all cheap, and it's all it's all either cheap stuff or stuff that's too big. If you're going to make a survival tin, everything has to be as small as possible, but still useful. You buy a survival tin, they fucking put a whistle in that's about that big. Do you know what I mean? What's the point in that? You're going to have a whistle. You want a tiny little fucking thing. A tiny little lighters and stuff like that. Everything's got to be small but useful. Ian said, glad you're okay, Electra. Scarford, roll on 4-day. Day 4, come on, let's have you. Well, if you can still talk properly when you come back on, let me know. All folks said, why is the law that you can't have a lock? Why is it? I can't carry Victorians soldier range. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Probably because if it locks, it's more dangerous. You can stab someone with it. The machine, a lock knife is a lot safer. This knife is a folding, so I'm safe to carry. Does it lock though? Can't lock. Someone said I'd buy one. I'll have to look into it because problem is it might be expensive to make. It might be sort of uneconomical to do it. But I might be able to see if I can make some of my own stuff to put in a tin. I might be able to make some gear. And then you could add your own stuff. But I could make the bulk of it. DJ said my back garden was flooded. I live on the Chiltern Hills, so we never get flooded. If it flooded up here, most of the UK would be under fucking 60 fucking foot of or more, 100 foot of water. That's like I stayed awake for 2 days when the mayor came. I can't even explain how I felt. Made me feel afraid to go to sleep. It is pretty fucking bizarre though, isn't it, when you stay awake for a long time? Yeah, it starts to make you. I did start like I was feeling a bit mental after all that. Scarface, yeah, that'd be cool. Michael said, can't have any kind of lock on it. No, exactly. Also, Mean Machine, a lock knife is better than a folder in both performance and safety. Mean Machine, you stay awake too long, your shadow scares you, makes you very jumpy. Also, Spyderco UK penknife is a good one. Tops Tack Raz also good but expensive. Here's a good one for you, Michael. These little San Renmus with the flipper. They're less than 10 quid. They don't lock, and they've got this little guard here. So if it folds on you, the guard catches your finger first, but they can't cut you. Have a look at my videos if you're interested in knives like that. It's got some tools as well. You can get one that's got screwdriver and bottle opener and a Phillips screwdriver and a gutting hook or whatever it is. Look on my videos and use my links if you do. Somebody said I did 7 days and nights one time in my teens. I did a lot of Class A's and raving in them days. Yeah, fucking hell. I know it can make you go a bit mental afterwards, though, Tumbo. But when I did the 3 days, it was, yeah, in them kind of days, you know. I think it was, after 3 days, I decided I want a drink, and then as soon as I started drinking, that was it, I was out. I said, back phone rang. What did you say about survival kits? That I would be prepared to do them, but they might not be economical. Well, for Jack Striker, he was only there 2 days. The answer, staying awake for 17 hours is equivalent to drinking 9 pints of strong beer. Oh, is it real or is it not? I start thinking just one long day or time non-existent. Nah, shit's cooked. So I've done over 24 hours at one point, but not loads longer than that. So I said, bookmark that blade. Yeah, if you ever buy any of these things, get them through my links, and then I get a percentage of what you spend. So you're actually supporting me then. But yeah, all of these San Renmus, there's this one, and then there's the Tanto one. The Tanto one's probably the best overall one for tools. It's just the blade shape. But I like a Tanto anyway. But this one's got Phillips screwdriver and the sharpened hook, flathead screwdriver, bottle opener, glass breaker. They've all got glass breakers. Well, the majority of them have. They have glass breaker on as well, and then the blade with the guard, so that it won't shut on you. Yeah, this is legal carry because it don't lock. These San Renmus are legal carry, and you can flip them out. But the flipper is more for a safety feature. Stops you cutting yourself if the blade folds. One man Spartan said, when I stay awake too long, I get scared to sleep because I think I'll die. Very strange. Yeah. Bizarre, isn't it? I said, that's a good thing about non-locking knives. You can also close it on yourself. I've done it while carving. Yeah. That's where these are good. I did it earlier. It accidentally shut on me, but all it did was that. Because the little guard hits your thumb, hits your finger. You got to pay the devil back though. Exit, how many old knives channels don't exist anymore? Can you name? No, I had a chance. I've done a video about some of them. I can't think at the minute. That's a problem. Since someone asked me a question, I can't think of any. Quiet Bear, he was one. Gavco. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Kylie Harris. Thomas said my channel is proof of my sanity. I said like it. Cheers, mate. We'll look on your vids, thanks. Obviously, is that legal though? Yeah. They don't flip out as easy as I make them look though. But the flipper's not really for flipping out anyway. The flipper's more of it acts as a guard. I said, what about if you made 20 survival kits for OG fans to buy and support the channel? I'd have to see how much it would cost, because the problem is if it's costing me 40 quid to make a tin, I won't be able to afford to. You know what I mean, Simon? But I'll definitely, what I'll do, I could see if it could be stuff I could make. So I could make a little catapult to go in there, a little fixed blade. And there's quite a few little survival things I could make myself, and then you lot could add the rest. It's cheap enough, you know what I mean? Scarface looks quality, actually. I'm smart to sleep deprivation as a torture method. Use it to get info. Also, why don't you just start a GoFundMe kind of thing so you can pay one-off payments rather than signing up something? I've done that before. I've got no interest in doing it again. That was always to fund something, though. I was going to do something, and I needed funding for that thing. Also, you'd be surprised, Bullfrog, how many people complain about that and get weird about it, even though they don't actually have to do anything. People even get weird about links. You know, when I mention links and stuff like that, and people moan about that shit. And they don't actually have to click a link or do anything. Mean Machine is the link for them knives in your link. It's not it. If you go to the video, look at my videos, and now the link in that video will be to the knife. But the link on this video will just take you to the GearBest website, so you'd have to look for it. Scarface, that thing I do sleep, I pro or nor wake, but I have twice as much time. That's the thing. If I do sleep, I don't know. Mean Machines, yeah, GoFundMe, much better. I don't know. It was so weird. I thought of that earlier. Channels that are no longer around. Well, I got a Patreon thing. Well, you're saying about the donation thing. If you look in the description to every single one of my videos, it actually says on there, if you'd like to donate, email me. It's actually in the description of every one of my videos. In the description of this video is an email. Just send me a message. I'll donate to you, Mike, and I'll send you the details. Simon said maybe you can get sent some stuff to put in them to get the name out of the maker. That's a good idea. But yeah, I don't expect anyone to donate or anything. It's just I always mention the links because it's, you know, people buy stuff from GearBest anyway. So if you buy from GearBest, you might as well use my links, and you can support me without having to do anything. Jack Striker said, JB, Mike, do you remember his knife channel? Yeah, didn't you hear me saying a minute ago, Jack? About 5 or 10 minutes ago, someone else mentioned him. Exit 101 mentioned JB. Yeah, I remember. And I said that you must not have heard me then. And I actually mentioned that you'd mentioned him on my video that time. Scarface said like an EDC tin. Yeah, exactly, Scarface. People got shitty at me for linking sometimes to sellers. I've got certain gas masks from, despite the fact that the same people would demand links. Yeah, exactly. I'm Spartan said, you having a sober Saturday, Mike? Yeah, I only drink about once a month. Wolfgang said, I've been on GearBest. It's all Chinese cheap knives, mate, long postage times. They have a lot of other stuff, but it's not stuff I'd buy. Oh, yeah, cheap knives don't mean they're bad, though. These knives are a tenner, and these are as good as any other 30 quid knife you could buy like it. Yeah, it's up to you, Wolfgang. But I know loads of people who think GearBest's fine, but you don't have to buy from them. But the other thing is, there's only certain websites I can link to. The only ones I know of are GearBest, Amazon, eBay, but eBay don't do knives anyway. And there's a couple of other GearBest type ones. Yeah, but I don't expect anything from anyone. But I'm just, as I mentioned, if you want to and you shop at those places, use my links. You know what I mean? So if I said, I'm a bit more flushed, I'll sort you. You know, you don't have to. I don't expect anything. But if people want to, it's up to them. Like I said, I once stayed awake for 72 hours, but then I was sectioned and I have to spend 3 months in a maximum security mental institute. Lol. Yeah. Nice. Samuel said the weapons and stuff. I don't like US ones, separate eye lenses. Actually, I can't see Jack. He may have blocked me. Long story. Fuck's sake. He said, do you do it for eBay? No, I might do that. I might look into it. I'll have to say, yeah. But you can do it for eBay, but I haven't bothered yet. I might do it soon. But yeah, I'll probably end up there if I don't give up and take some sort of tranquilizer. Number sale Boo said you can't please all the people all the time. Yeah, exactly. Backstory said, no, I missed that, mate. I'm up and down off my seat while he was from Sheffield, just down the road from me. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I did mention that you'd mentioned him. Yeah, I liked his videos. I'd like to see him come back. You never know, he might be watching. Turned out Tactical Bushcraft joins in as he had to change his name, don't he? Tom said, I'll check the Polish one out then. This is all about gas mask, I think. I tried linking the link, but it wasn't allowed for some reason. Oh yeah, you can't. Me and maybe Liam are the only ones who can put links on here. Ian said, "Can you recommend a good multi-tool, please?" You know what? I've never had a lot of multi-tools, so I don't really know. I've only ever had two, so I would probably say one of the Leatherman tools in it. Got to be in it, but I don't know. Tom said, "Sub to you, Jack. Used to watch you before." Wolfhawk said, DNA, Legend, Blades and Bows for cheap stuff. Some swords and blades for more expensive than other blades. Yeah, picked up from non-internet sources. I'm sorry, it's a great stream, Mike. Enjoyed myself. Must go now. Take care, mate. See you later. I'm going to go off in a couple of minutes as well. CJ said, I only shop on eBay. Well, I'll tell you what, CJ, I'll set that up then and I'll mention it. And then, because all you got to do is bookmark it. Bookmark that as your main bookmark, and then every time you shop, I'll get a percentage. I don't know what it's like on there, what their percentages are, but it's all money for nothing anyway, isn't it? So, I've said the Ganzo multi-tools are fine. Yeah, I just sold one of mine. Someone wanted one, and I never used it. So, yeah, that did look good. I'm so boosted. I missed the whole night sleep the other day. It's funny I never caught up. Makes you dizzy. It feels like you have sand in your eyes. Yeah, I know the dizzy thing, definitely. Backstory said, I think Tactical Bushcraft may have got into some shit with his explosive bolts video. Might have. But don't know if you... Simon Flint, that's Tactical Bushcraft, mate. He's back on. He does do videos. Do you want me to send you... Yeah, if you didn't know... I thought you did. This is his channel now. He's doing videos. Hang on, Jack, I'll tell you. Hang on. Here's his channel now. He's not doing any crossbow videos, though. But he does some sort of political rants, Jack. So check that out down there. So yeah, defo makes they pretty edgy if you yeah, definitely makes the day pretty edgy. You definitely need your EDC for these times. Definitely. Obviously, we'll be ordering one of the crossbow quivers soon. All the best, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah, you must have missed it every time, Jack. He's even been on the streams. Yeah, he's even been on the streams a couple of nights. Yeah. Every time I go to tell you, you either miss it or... Yeah. I've tried to tell you about 3 times. I even tried to message you to tell you. But it never got through to you. Yeah. So now you finally know. Yeah, sub him. I think you'll like his videos. Don't do the old kind of stuff, but he does a bit of political sort of rants. My air pistols, Mr. Orange, are on there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on that board. I've got 8 air pistols, I think, at least. But I'm going to go off now, so we'll end the any questions and that. Yeah. I'll quickly read them. Bullfrog's a great stream, Acad. Jack said, oh, right. Yeah, check him out, Jack. Right, yeah, that'll do. Cheers for watching, everyone. If I get bored tomorrow, I might do a daytime stream. We'll see. I don't know 100% there, but you don't stream. Why do I always think you stream on a Sunday, Liam? Did you used to stream on a Sunday every Sunday? I always have this weird feeling that you stream on a Sunday, but you don't now, do you? Or did you ever? I don't know. But yeah, see you later, Jack, Liam, Mean Machine, CJ, Z0Z, Sam, Simon, Dumbo, Jumbo Sabu. See you all later. Yeah. Oh yeah, you put a video on a Sunday, don't you? Yeah. See you a lot later. That was a good stream, actually. I enjoyed that. I'll tell you what. I'm probably going to go on Twitch now, actually, if anyone's interested. So before you go, let me just put my Twitch thing up. If anyone's interested and wants to carry on chatting, make a Twitch account, and I'll be on there in about 10 minutes. Here's the Twitch account. So if you're interested in that, you can carry on chatting. It'll just be you won't be able to see me though. I'll be playing a computer game instead. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, I'll probably be on it in 10 minutes because I was halfway through a mission when I am coming here anyway. So right. Oh yeah, you got to get up, ain't you, Liam? So yeah. I'll see some of you on there in a minute if you're on. I know it's late and I'll probably have to whisper. People being in bed. Yeah, I'll be on there for at least an hour, I reckon. All right, see you later. Cheers for joining in. I appreciate it. That was a good stream, that was. Good night.